By December 2001, Arsenal were trailing Manchester United at the top of the Premier League by a considerable margin. It was becoming a mountain for them to climb, but if any team could do it, it was Arsene Wenger's Gunners. Visitors Newcastle hadn't won in the capital for 3 years. Arsenal were without the influential Patrick Vieira, Ashley Cole and Silvinho, so Nelson Vivas and Ray Parlour both returned to the side. Bobby Robson also had selection problems. Teenager Lemano Tresor Luar led the line in the absence of Alan Shearer, and with Alain Goma also out, Stephen Caldwell was brought into the centre of defence. So were Newcastle meeting an off-form Arsenal at exactly the right time? Or would the Gunners extend the Geordies' misery in London? Your match commentator is John Champion.
On the face of it, a very attractive fixture this. Arsenal, runners-up for the last 2 years, champions the season before, against a Newcastle side resurgent under Bobby Robson. It's a crisp day. A crowd that is expectant and noisy and contains the usual large quota down from the northeast. We'll have a chorus or two of the Bladen races a little later. It's Newcastle looking to attack. Griffin. Luar struggled to retain the ball. Arsene Wenger bereft of Vieira, Cole, Silvinho and Seaman today. It's Dyer. Luar. Newcastle, most notably without Alan Shearer, of course, who is here and watching, but of no great help to them out on the pitch. Griffin. Lee. Warren Barton. Newcastle haven't won in London in 3 years and 10 days. It's a miserable record they've got in the nation's capital. Goes Ljungberg, but it's Dyer that emerges with it. Dixon. Parlour. Vivas. There's Thierry Henry. 9 Premier League goals so far this season. Arsenal's home record, as strong as we've got used to it being in recent seasons. 10 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat in all competitions here this season, and that was with a weakened team against Ipswich in the League Cup. Luar. That's neat. Clarence Acuna. Nobby Solano. It's Tony Adams for Arsenal. Barton's throw. Once more Adams in the way. And then Grimaldi. Only Pires clear. Kanu. Henry. Well, it was an inviting ball across the face of goal. Kieran Dyer for Newcastle. Arsenal beaten twice in the last 3 Premier League games, 2 of their 3 defeats this season. 2-0 at Everton, 1-0 at Leeds. Glad to be back on home soil. some goals today, having bagged just one in their last 4 English Premier League matches. Adams. Vivas. Henry, that's lovely, that's superb! From back to front in 2 easy steps. Tony Adams out of defence, instantaneous control, and a swept finish by Thierry Henry. It's taken 13 minutes. Defender Aaron Hughes left chasing a shadow. Solano arriving, helped by Acuna. Here's Lee. Now Griffin. He's really a right back, pressed into service at left back today. Freddie Youngberg. Kanu. Parlour! Yes! That's a brilliant goal. When Arsenal flow, they flow like no other team. First Premier League goal of the season for Ray Parlour. Already Newcastle are staring down the barrel. Forward by Dixon. Out comes the goalkeeper. Gibbon got just enough of it. And the clearance is completed by Warren Barton. Arsenal 2 goals up, just as they were against Bayern here in the Champions League on Tuesday. They were pegged back for a 2-2 draw. They'll be glad of the break now in their European fixtures until they go to Lyon in February. They'll concentrate on this competition, the English Premier League, and also when it comes round the FA Cup. Here come Newcastle though. Kieran Dyer couldn't make anything of it. As quick as anyone on the pitch, Thierry Henry included in full flight. Kieran Dyer. Parlour. Getting the better of Lee. Oh, that was a foul right in front of the referee's assistant as well. Andy Griffin protesting his innocence. Pires. Well, any one of 3 Arsenal players could have got on the end of that. Youngberg had the best chance. Instead it's Solano for Newcastle. It's left for Warren Barton to chase it from right back. John Carver with the headset on. Bobby Robson's assistant. Lots of glum faces over there. Pires. Teasing Barton. Beating Barton. And clearing the crossbar. Burst of acceleration, too much for Newcastle's fullback. He also beat Lee in the process. Newcastle are struggling to make much impact on this game. Usually whoever they're playing against as an attacking force, they demand respect. But with only Luar up front and Dyer in support, they're not as potent as usual. Henry. It's come to Ljungberg. Had an age to assess it, how he was going to hit the dropping ball. No immediate challenge coming his way. Arsenal won't have had many easier first halves this season, which is not to denigrate Newcastle, just emphasises how well Arsenal have played. Stung by those two recent Premier League defeats, annoyed by the fact they're now 8 points behind Manchester United in the title race, and knowing that Manchester United themselves have an awkward task across the capital at Charlton today. They know this is a match they need to take advantage of. And so far so good for Arsene Wenger's men. Keogh. Kanu off in pursuit. Barton and Hughes between them, halted him. It's cleared by Steve Caldwell. And at half-time here at Highbury, Arsenal lead by 2-0, and it could have been more. The goal scorers, Thierry Henry, after just 13 minutes, and 3 minutes later, a super finish by Ray Parlour to make it 2-0. Newcastle haven't had many moments themselves, shorn of fit strikers, and with Luar a lone front runner, it's going to be difficult for them to get back into this game. It's Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 0. The opportunity for Newcastle in particular to regroup and be rejuvenated. But it's an awfully long way back from 2 goals down at Highbury, of all places. Newcastle beginning the day in 8th place in the English Premier League table, but with only 2 wins in their last 7 Premier League matches, which has precipitated this drop from 3rd place in the table. Add to that a League Cup defeat at Birmingham last week. It's not been too healthy just lately. They were, of course, top of the table in early September. Newcastle not helped by the number of different defenders they've had to use this season. They've conceded far more goals than they'd be comfortable with, and that's partly down to the fact that today they're using their 11th different pairing of central defenders. Hughes and Stephen Caldwell. For Arsenal, it's the old faithfuls at centre-back today, Keown and Adams. And despite the slice clearance, I think you can tell that those two have played together a few times before. Hughes in trouble. Here's Henry. Foiled by Shea Given. Only you'd back him from that. Lee. Barton. Solano. Another launching pad for Arsenal. Here's Henry. It's Kanu! It might well have been 3. Hasn't scored in the Premier League this season, the Nigerian Kanu. Robley. Solano finding Dyer. Lua. Acuna. Aaron Hughes back to Shea Given. Stephen Caldwell. His brother Gary is also a professional footballer, but also attached to Newcastle. Solano, Dyer, Grimondi, Ljungberg, over the top for the loping figure of Kanu! Arsenal 3, Newcastle United 0. And they're not booing him, they're praising him by shouting out his name. Ball over the top, that's all it took to unhinge Newcastle. Ljungberg to Kanu. Neat finish. Arsenal have what should be a winning lead now. Some classic meetings between these two sides in recent seasons. This, in terms of closeness, is not one of them. There's loads to admire in Arsenal's display. Here's Perez. Dixon, left it short. Grimondi, then Acuna to Dyer. Parlour wins it back. Gives it to Kanu. Parlour. 30,000 people shouted man on. Henry over the bar. It's a corner. Kanu lunged in, but it came off Caldwell. And Kanu couldn't get the purchase on the header that time. All going swimmingly well for Arsene Wenger. Ljungberg. It's a studious ball in. And an equally studious clearance. On their day, Arsenal are quite probably the best team to watch in English football right now. Painful for the opposition though, and Gary Speed, for his pains, has been yellow carded. Committee has met. It'll be Bergkamp. Solano. Lua. That's a good ball. It's Dyer. It's Manninger at the near post. It's Newcastle's best move. It's taken until the final 10 minutes for it to arrive. Solano. One back for Arsenal by Vivas. Bergkamp. Henry, onside, Pires, Bergkamp, and again, and still no. 2 bites at it. 3. And still no reward. Oleg Luzhny. Bergkamp. Here comes Luzhny. The whistle is gone. The veteran stage of his career, Oleg Luzhny, still contributing. Lauren winning out against Lualua. Luzhny. Henry. So a couple of little looks to his left, and he's picked out Parlour! His second and number 4 for Arsenal. He is so perceptive, Henry. A couple of little looks up, perfectly measured cross, and a header of which a centre-forward would have been proud. Or a centre-back, for that matter. Point being made by Tony Adams. Pires. Acuna. And the Chilean has picked out the Peruvian, Solano. And he's been robbed by the Argentine Vivas. But it's the boy from Romford who's made the biggest impact of all. Henry. Just as well for Newcastle. They're looking distinctly weary out there. Here's Cordone. Lauren. Pires. It's Luzhny. It's Henry. And it's Steve Caldwell for Newcastle now. Moving to stoppage time at Highbury. Sometimes they call it Highbury the library, not today. There's been plenty of vocal encouragement and quite a response from the crowd to a virtuoso display by their team. Robert Pires. Here's the run from midfield. It's Parlour. It's a hat-trick! His second hat-trick for the club, following on from that treble at Werder Bremen in the UEFA Cup quarter-final last season. Ray Parlour becomes the first player to score a hat-trick in this fixture since Malcolm MacDonald a quarter of a century ago. Beautifully released by Pires. Local boy made good. And Arsenal have looked very good today. Barely time for them to restart before the final whistle goes to bring down the curtain on a terrific display by Arsenal. Newcastle are opposition of reasonable quality, of good pedigree, with plenty of threats, but today it was all Arsenal. Thierry Henry leading by example with a goal and a couple of assists. Parlour with a hat-trick, Kanu with his first Premier League goal of the season. All in all, Newcastle United's heaviest defeat under the management of Bobby Robson. And they still haven't won in London. 3 years, 10 days and counting. Terrific Arsenal. Newcastle very ordinary today. Arsenal 5, Newcastle United 0.